Alrighty guys, for day 22 we're going to be talking about adding and subtracting polynomials. First thing I want you to do is add page 44 to your table of contents, and that is called adding and subtracting polynomials. After you've added that to your table of contents, I want you to turn to page 44 and you're going to add the following notes and examples to that page. And then number 3 is just a reminder, be sure to pause the video if you need to, because I'm going to go kind of fast because I know you can pause as you need it. Alright, so for adding polynomials, you're going to ignore any parentheses, add like terms, and then write your final answer in standard form. And remember, standard form is when your terms are in order from greatest to least by the degree. So that means you're looking at the your exponents. Alright, so the first example is addition, and just ignore the parentheses on the addition problems. Some people prefer to rewrite it. You can if you want, so that would be 1 plus x to the 4th plus 2x to the 4th minus 4. So all we're going to do is add our like terms together. So I always start with the terms that have the biggest degree so that my answer is already in standard form. So I'm going to start with the ones that have x to the 4th power. So I have 1x to the 4th plus 2x to the 4th, so I just add my coefficients. So that would be 3x to the 4th. And then I can add 1 and negative 4 together because they're both constants, and that would give me negative 3. So 3x to the 4th minus 3 is my answer. Alright, on number 2. Now this one's a little larger of a problem because there's 3 terms in each. We do it the same way. Ignore the parentheses. So I start with the term that has the biggest degree, which would be negative 2n to the 4th. Well, I don't have another term that has n to the 4th, so that is just going to stay the same. And I'm going to mark it out as I use it because there's a lot of terms here. The next smallest degree would be 7n to the 3rd and 8n to the 3rd, which gives me 15n to the 3rd, so plus 15n to the 3rd. I'm going to mark those out. Then I've just got negative 4n and 1n, so that would be minus 3n. And then don't forget that negative 8 there. I don't have anything to add it to, so I'm just going to bring it down. So negative 2n to the 4th plus 15n to the 3rd minus 3n minus 8 is my answer. Now when subtracting polynomials, you have to distribute the negative to the second polynomial, then you add like terms, and of course write your final answer in standard form. So the only thing different here is that first step. Alright, so for the first example, the first polynomial here is going to stay exactly the same. So 7x squared minus 5x cubed. And then we're going to distribute this negative to everything inside. So negative 1 times 8x squared would make that negative 8x squared. And negative 1 times 4x cubed would make that negative 4x cubed. So now we're just going to add our like terms together. I'm going to start with the terms that have the degree of 3. So negative 5x cubed plus negative 4x cubed would give me negative 9x cubed. And then I'm going to add my terms that have x squared. And so 7x cubed 7x squared, and negative 8x squared would give me negative 1x squared, so minus x squared. And that's my answer for number 3. Alright, number 4. The first polynomial here is going to stay the same, so b minus b to the third minus 2b squared. Then we're going to distribute the negative to everything in parentheses. So basically, when you distribute the negative, everything changes to its opposite. So that would become negative 7b squared, negative b, and negative 2b cubed. So now we're going to combine like terms. I start with the terms that have the largest degree. So the ones that have a degree of 3. So negative b cubed and negative 2b cubed would give me negative 3b cubed. Then I can do my degree of 2. So negative 2b squared and negative 7b squared would give me negative 9b squared. And then I have b and a negative b, well, 1 and negative 1, those are going to just actually cancel out. So I only have negative 3b cubed minus 9b squared. Alright, now for number 5, we've got a little challenge problem. So we've got a lot of things going on here. First thing we want to do is distribute this negative here, because we've got a subtraction problem going on right here. So the first polynomial stays the same. Then we're going to distribute the negative, which is going to make that negative 8x, negative 6x to the fourth, and negative 2x squared. And then the third polynomial is addition, so we can just bring it down, plus 2x cubed minus 3x to the fourth. Now start with your term that has the biggest degree, so look at your exponents. So I'm going to do negative 6x to the fourth and negative 3x to the fourth. And when I add those together, I get negative 9x to the fourth. And I'm going to mark those out. If y'all can hear my dog snoring, I'm sorry. My next smallest degree would be the 2x cubed. And it looks like that's the only one, so it's just going to come down. That was easy enough. 5x squared and negative 2x squared would be after that. And that becomes positive 3x squared. Negative 8x would be next. And there's nothing to add that to, so minus 8x. And then the 5 is all by itself, so plus 5. So negative 9x to the fourth power plus 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 8x plus 5. Alright, and our last challenge problem, you'll notice that there is a number beside the parentheses on each polynomial, so we just need to distribute. So 5 times 2x squared gives me 10x squared. 5 times negative 3x is negative 15x. 5 times 10 is 50, so plus 50. 3 times 3x squared is 9x squared, so plus 9x squared. 3 times 2x is 6x, so plus 6x. And 3 times negative 10 is negative 30. So now we just combine like terms. So I can add 10x squared and 9x squared to give me 19x squared. I can add negative 15x and 6x, which would be negative 9x. And 50 and negative 30 is 20, so plus 20. So 19x squared minus 9x plus 20 is my answer. Now, for your assignment, after the video, I want you to complete Day 22, Adding and Subtracting Polynomials Practice Google Form. Complete Day 22, Unit 7, Quiz 1. Or, excuse me, that should be Quiz 2 on your Google form. And then extra credit opportunity right here. IXL Algebra 1, Z4, which is Add and Subtract Polynomials. Now, of course, that one's optional, but it is extra credit. Everybody can use some extra credit.